I want to show that, like, I'm just not a knockout puncher.
Getting inside with the hand speed and the power.
I got some skill in there.
His father, Floyd Sr., were Sergio in the past, so I think it's...
People, they just think I just throw power shots.
Good overhand right. And he cut him with a left hook.
Floyd Schofield isn't just a rising name. He's a programmed assassin with cat-like reflexes and a predator's mindset. He doesn't just punch, he breaks you down.
And dropped him with the hook!
Kid Austin sees the fight like a chess match.
Oh, big right hand from...
But plays it with dynamite in both hands.
For Ricardo Lopez.
Every strike calculated, every step deliberate. This isn't a fighter, this is a destruction algorithm.
Schofield, baby! Showman!
They call him the future of American lightweight boxing. But is he really? Let's find out. Floyd Schofield was raised in the trenches, born in Jersey City, but moved to Austin, Texas with his father. And that's where Kid Austin was born. From the jump, life was a fight. No roof, no money, just a father dragging his son through poverty in the streets.
And I'm not fighting for money, I'm in it for legacy.
His dad was a boxing coach. The gym was home. Floyd grew up watching the grind, soaking up the sweat and struggle.
At 5, he claimed he was the greatest boxer ever.
By 7, he wasn't just watching anymore. He stepped between the ropes. He didn't train for medals. He trained to survive. Inside the gym, he found power, purpose, and discipline. And outside the gym, he studied his idol, Sugar Ray Robinson. He racked up trophies across the country, finishing his amateur career with a wild record, 180 wins, 20 losses.
I don't know much about his amateur background, but I do know he's got a deep amateur pedigree. And like you always like to say, not playing with your food. Yeah. He don't play with his food.
In 2020, Schofield turned pro and made noise fast. His debut didn't even last a round. Just like that, the Floyd Schofield story began, not as a prospect, but as a predator. At just 18, he was already sharing the ring with elite sharks, Devin Haney, Adrian Broner, Shakur Stevenson. Floyd wasn't just learning from the best, he was catching up fast. Speed, timing, ring IQ, he soaked it all in and made it his own. In his first 2 years, Schofield stepped into the ring 8 times, won all 8, 6 by knockout.
If this was a game of 4 posts, he might be the winner,
but it was his 10th fight against Juan Antonio Lopez that flipped the switch.
Same energy, same energy. Schofield dressed in the yellow with white trim.
This wasn't just another fight on the way up. This was his first title defense, the ABF Intercontinental Belt, and a real signal he was closing in on the big dogs.
But he's taking some big... The body...
Kid Austin came out cool and sharp. From the opening bell, he owned the real estate. Hard jab, high pace, lightning combos.
Man, like, he is too quick. Look at...
Lopez couldn't catch his breath, let alone fire back.
And there's just light when it comes to both of these fighters, because both of these, they throw.
Each round, Schofield broke him down. Then, in round 6, Floyd hit the gas. A pinpoint flurry, and boom.
Nice left hand there, and that will send his opponent to
KO with 110 left in the round.
Lightweight champion, Kid Austin.
That speed, that swagger, that ruthless finish. It caught the eye of a legend, Oscar De La Hoya. By 2022, Floyd Schofield had inked a deal with Golden Boy Promotions. Now he was on a whole new level.
Kid Austin, he's a throwback fighter. He's a fast puncher. He's a strong puncher. His reflexes are cat-like. He's actually my favorite fighter today.
Next up, Rodrigo Guerrero, former world champ, seasoned vet. This was Schofield's co-promotional debut under Golden Boy. No room for a flat performance. And Floyd didn't disappoint.
For 8 rounds in the light. Originally...
From the jump, he turned up the heat, stunned the Mexican vet in the first round, making it clear this was a different generation.
A lot of drill work, too, when it comes to the gym.
Oh, and opening round, Kid Austin.
In round 3, the ref called a knockdown, though the replay looked more like a shove.
That's different. I feel like the buildup of the fight is the part pretty much.
But round 4, that was the real deal. Floyd had him on the ropes, fired a clean right hand, dropped him.
In the Oz from the crowd inside Dickey's arena, and finally gets dropped.
Guerrero got up, but his legs were gone. He even tried to pop out his mouthpiece to buy time.
Another big shot lands up there, going upstairs again.
Floyd didn't wait. He kept picking him apart in round 5.
There's not a lot of side-to-side head movement by Guerrero.
At all.
And that's the part I'm talking about. He's getting anxious. He's crowded.
When the bell rang to start the 6th, Guerrero's corner didn't even let him stand up. Fight over. Third straight stoppage win for Floyd. 11-0, 9 knockouts. And each time out, he was making more noise.
Fighting out of the red corner.
Next up was a seasoned Mexican warrior, Daniel "Bad Boy" Rosas, a 2-time world title challenger. He talked the talk in the build-up, promising to bring war and prove he wasn't just another stepping stone. But Kid Austin didn't give him the chance. No drama, just domination.
His 10th knockout victory.
But the next one, it wasn't about fireworks. It was a test of patience, of control, of maturity. Puerto Rican southpaw Alberto Mercado stood in front of him, rugged, durable, and not here to fold.
Hold the upset, the knife comes, trimmed in black.
Impressive when he goes down to the body, digs down.
Floyd came in riding a knockout streak, and the pressure was real, especially with Golden Boy looking on. But Kid Austin kept his head cool.
Gave us a tangible answer as to how that would work.
He studied, calculated, waited.
Embraced. He wants to be unpredictable, and that means turn on.
And in round 2, he cracked the code. Right hand to the temple. Mercado hit the canvas.
I was texting to have sparred together, Sergio, in the past, or I think it's...
He got up, regrouped, even landed a clean left in return. But the tide had shifted. Floyd was in command.
Able to make a dent. And Mercado's goal in this fight. Good shot there from Mercado. Fight of Floyd Schofield's career was Mercado. Schofield back on the attack.
Round 3, Mercado clipped him. Floyd ate it, reset, and turned the heat up.
Exchange, but look, saw this kid. I mean, he really is impressive.
Switching stances, ripping the body.
The career of Floyd Schofield. Receiving a little bit of resistance here from Mercado.
He buzzed Mercado again with an uppercut in the 4th. If not for the bell, it might have been over.
Schofield stood down right there. Very smart by Schofield.
Schofield got there.
Afraid of coming in and exploding.
He's in a bit of trouble. The ledge, he is barely staying up.
There was a right uppercut.
Mercado wisely holds on, and maybe...
In the second half, Mercado moved more, but Floyd adjusted. Pure boxing, jab, angles, ring generalship.
Schofield parried the Devin Haney trash talk. I think the Schofield...
a way to opening up
of this caliber. Guys that have never been stopped before.
Twice he had Mercado ready to go, but both knockdowns got waved off as pushes.
Speed and the power to speak about.
Beautiful shot there from Schofield.
Round 9, new territory. Floyd had never gone this deep, but he stayed sharp, kept pressing, hunting for the finish.
He's never been stopped, but he out right here, so it'll be if Floyd made that Jamana for fighters. Yeah, keeping his record.
Mercado survived to the final bell, but the result wasn't in question.
Have to check his defense.
Unanimous decision, 100-90 across the board, 13-0, 10 KOs. And now it was clear, Floyd could box smart just as well as he could knock your lights out. Fight number 14, boom, down. Another early knockout for the real, but if Leon barely got to show up, the next opponent would push Floyd in a whole new way. Originally booked as the co-main.
Okay, I'm Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin.
But just days before the event, Virgil Ortiz pulled out. Suddenly, Floyd was the headliner. Kid Austin was the show. And he delivered. Across from him was Haskell Rhodes, a tough, grizzled vet who almost never gets stopped. Floyd wasn't just fighting, he was performing. Opening bell, fast combos, sharp angles, crowd roaring. Rhodes backed up early and never found the gas pedal.
Great advice.
Round 3, Schofield amped up the pressure, took some counters, but returned fire twice as hard. Rhodes wasn't fighting to win, he was fighting to survive. Floyd changed stances, mixed rhythm. Even after getting pushed down in the 7th, he stayed ice cold.
And another takedown.
Then he exploded. First knockdown.
Good overhand right. Yeah, cut him with the left.
Then another.
He's not going to get it. Here comes Kid Austin.
Rhodes got up, but everyone knew it. This was one-way traffic.
It looks pretty.
In the 8th, another clean left hook dropped him again.
Oh, what a body shot. You can see him grit his teeth.
Round 9, dirty stuff, headbutt, cut under Floyd's eye. But what did he do? He licked the blood, smiled, and went right back to work.
Let's go, Phil, baby. Show me.
This was no longer a fight. It was theater. Final round. The house on their feet. Rhodes made it to the bell, but the cards said it all. 15-0. 11 knockouts. Not just a prospect anymore. Now, Floyd Schofield was the main event. The 16th fight of his career, and pure destruction. At the Toyota Center in Houston, Kid Austin came out with bad intentions, and made it crystal clear within seconds. This wasn't gonna last long.
In the black, Ricardo Lopez. In the Mexican colors.
Ricardo Lopez came forward. Big mistake. He walked straight into the meat grinder. Less than 2 minutes, and Schofield dropped him 4 times.
Button from Schofield.
Getting inside with the hand speed and the power.
4. All with the same weapon.
Start for Ricardo Lopez, and it may be over.
That lethal left hook. Fast, tight, and unforgiving.
Already minced meat.
The 4th sealed it. Ref Joe Rodriguez had seen enough.
Sibo, but it's the wrong guy. Kid Austin having
1:51 on the clock. Game over.
With the hand speed and the power.
Ricardo Lopez, and it's already minced meat. Kid Austin having his way.
Schofield didn't just win. He hijacked the whole event. This was a Ryan Garcia headliner, but it was Kid Austin who lit the fuse. Afterwards, when reporters brought up Joseph Jojo Diaz, Schofield fired back without flinching. I feel like after tonight he won't be saying my name anymore.
Way to get yourself an option.
This one, ugly, dirty, chaotic, but sometimes greatness is forged in the mess.
Sometimes doubling up on the left hook.
On paper, it looked like another step forward, but in reality, it turned into a street fight in gloves.
Schofield should take advantage of that.
Oh no.
Isturi Suero didn't come to box. He came to wreck, frustrate, and foul. But even in the middle of that storm, Schofield stayed composed. Round 2. Suero literally grabbed Schofield's leg in the clinch. Ref docked a point.
Not exactly a traditional place. And they're doing it right.
Round 4. Like it was WWE, Suero picked him up and slammed him down. Another point deduction.
Another way.
Round 5. The final straw. A blatant low blow, right in front of the ref. Raul Caiz Jr. didn't hesitate. Disqualification.
Low blow.
Enough is enough.
Suero stormed out of the ring like a playground bully who got caught. Meanwhile, Schofield stood tall, blood dripping from a cut above his eye, courtesy of an earlier headbutt. He only did his dirty tactics because he was hurt, Schofield said. I had him hurt a couple of times. He was gonna get out of there soon. And that was the truth.
I just feel like he's a diva. He's a brat. And I don't like that. And I don't like the way he's not humble. So Saturday, I'm looking to humble him.
After his crushing win over Ricardo Lopez in December 2023, Floyd Schofield turned his attention to the biggest fish in the pond, Shakur Stevenson. He started calling him out boldly and publicly. No fear, no filters. Just a young lion who felt ready to take over the jungle. Originally, it was all lined up. In November 2024, Schofield was set to headline against Shakur Stevenson, a true super fight, the kind of clash that shifts careers and rewrites legacies. It was Kid Austin's own call-out, his own demand, and it almost happened, until fate stepped in. Just days before fight night, Schofield was hospitalized with food poisoning. The fight collapsed, and with it, the shot to turn his career upside down in one night. But Floyd didn't fold. He recovered, regrouped, and stepped into the ring with Rene Giron, not as a prospect, but as a man with something to prove.
The Virgin Resort Hotel and Casino. This is our main event.
This was Schofield's first scheduled 12-rounder, and the first time he ever touched the canvas. Pre-fight, Floyd was confident. I'll knock him out before the 4th, he told DAZN. But Rene El Bravo Giron didn't come for a check. He came to fight, with that signature Mexican grit and nothing to lose.
That's the punch that I think. Normally, that's what makes a main event.
The early rounds were textbook Schofield, switching stances, picking angles, racking up points with speed and slick combos. He was in control, but chasing the crowd's approval. And that hunger to entertain almost cost him. Round 11. In the middle of a heated exchange, Giron countered with a short left hook behind the ear. Down goes Schofield. The arena held its breath. But Floyd popped back up, locked eyes with the ref, and stepped right back into the fire. It was a flash knockdown, but a major moment. Not because he fell, but because of how he answered. He closed round 12 strong, smart, determined, showed composure, heart, and the ability to adjust when the fight turns into a storm.
Learning on the job. TRON throwing everything he's got.
Judges saw it clearly. 118 to 109, 116 to 111, 118 to 109, all for Schofield. But the bigger win? The lessons. Schofield understood. Not every fight is built for the highlight reel. Sometimes it's about grit, about proving you can walk through fire. 18-0, 12 knockouts, no longer just a prospect, now battle-tested. Floyd Schofield has walked through 18 fights without a single loss. He's knocked guys out, toughed it out, taken risks, and even picked himself up off the canvas. He's faced opponents who folded in the first round and others who refused to fall. He's passed the endurance tests. He's dealt with dirty fighters. He's watched the biggest fight of his life slip through his fingers. And yet, he's still here, young, hungry, dangerous, and finally staring down a real name. Next up, Tevin Farmer, a former world champion, a veteran with slick defense, deep experience, and the kind of ring IQ that can dismantle a flashy prospect. This is the fight that answers everything. Farmer isn't a stepping stone, he's a level, a real one. If Schofield passes it, no one can deny he's ready for the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Tank Davis. This isn't just another bout, it's a final exam. Either Kid Austin proves he's the next big star, or he runs into his first brick wall. But if you've been watching his story unfold, you get the feeling he's ready to smash through it.